Live stream up in any moment here, and we'll have Yellow Jacket basketball in about 10 minutes. Here, both teams are down on the floor warming up. It'll be Pangburn, the surprise team of the tournament on the girls' side, versus our Lady Yellow Jackets. Pangburn finished the regular season 5th in the conference, knocked off Rosebud in the district tournament to get to the regional, and then came in as a number 4 seed after losing to Mountain View in the district tournament. And then upset number 1 Manila on the other side of the bracket on Saturday, and then shocked Mountain View in overtime yesterday to make it here to the finals. So it'll be the number 1 seeded Clinton Lady Yellow Jackets against the number 4 seeded Pangburn Lady Tigers. So glad you could join us here. Great crowd, people still filing in here. Yellow Jacket fans in force tonight, and have the near side here below us pretty well full. Our students down to the right, and even larger student section than came last night, thanks to the Booster Club for picking up the tab on those students as they were able to fill the bus and come over tonight, courtesy of the Clinton Yellow Jacket Booster Club. Also, Yellow Jacket Booster Club bringing you tonight's live stream presentation on the far side. Even Yellow Jacket fans on the other side, Pangburn on the far side over there. Rosebud just finished. So Rosebud fans in the house. Rosebud lost to Walnut Ridge tonight, but they will make it to the state tournament next week as a number 4 seed. And in the opening game of the night, what was thought to be a shootout turned out to be a fizzle as Mountain View beat Hoxie by 9 points in the opening game. And the two great players, Josie Story and J.C. Brown, neither one really lit it up tonight as we saw Brown last night and we've seen Story in the past. Both of them ended up with around 20 points, but nothing like we saw last night when Brown scored 36 on the Lady Yellow Jackets. Well, setting the stage here for this one. Yellow Jackets, as we said, come in after a 70-61 win last night in overtime. Seemed like the Jackets trailed almost the entire game. They trailed 9-2 out of the chute. Brown hit 3 threes to open the game. Jackets got a little running game going in the second quarter, tied it at 27. But went into the final quarter down 3, 40-37. And, in fact, with 5:38 left, they trailed 45-39. And that's when the Yellow Jackets went to work. 3-point baskets by Reese McDonald and Katie McJunkins tied the game. And then Kylie Lassiter put the Yellow Jackets ahead for the first time, 55-53 with 1:06 left. J.C. Brown scored in the final 6 seconds to tie the game and send the game into overtime. But in overtime, it was dominated by the Lady Yellow Jackets and by Kylie Lassiter, as Lassiter scored 7 of the Yellow Jackets' 10 points in overtime. The Jackets went on to win by a score of 70-61. Lassiter had 21 points, 17 in the second half, 7 in overtime, and she played the last 12 minutes of the game with 4 fouls. Reese McDonald had 17, including 5 3-point baskets. And also Katie McJunkins with 10 points on the night for the Lady Yellow Jackets. And Jackets get the win by a score of 70-61. How did Pangburn get here? Pangburn came through the district tournament, had to win 3 games. They beat Newport 48-43, and then kind of stunned Rosebud 41-23. And then in the semifinals, led the entire game until the final couple of minutes. And then Mountain View came back to win that one by a score of 37-31 in that one. And Pangburn, of course, beat Manila on Saturday, 51-42, and then played Mountain View yesterday. The game was tied throughout. The game went to overtime. Pangburn was able to pull out a 58-54 win over Mountain View in that one. They are led by their outstanding senior, Brindley Huggins. She's headed to Henderson State University next year, but they are a predominantly young basketball team, featuring only one senior, that's Huggins, and another outstanding player, the post player inside, who can also step out and shoot a 3. That's Haley Phillips, a junior. So you have to watch those two tonight, Huggins and Phillips. And so the two teams have played twice this year. Back on December the 7th, Clinton went to Pangburn, won by a score of 57-47. And then if you remember, if you were there that night on January the 28th, maybe one of the best games we've ever seen out of a Lady Yellow Jacket basketball team. They could not miss that night as the Yellow Jackets beat Pangburn by a score of 84-54. They scored 30 points in the first quarter, 53 in the first half, and then outscored Pangburn 26-14 in the third quarter for an 84-54 win. The Jackets had 4 players in double figures. Laster with 20, McDonald with 19, Sydney Standridge 19, and Alexa Booher with 11. But an incredible shooting performance that night at Yellow Jacket Arena. So we are set for action here in a few minutes. Jeff Hall step in, and thoughts on the game tonight?
And just minutes away, and it's championship night. I hope we get the chance to maybe have this conversation with Coach Matthew Post maybe at the end of the night. We talked after that district tournament win last week, and Coach, we've seen a lot of good Lady Yellow Jacket basketball through the years, going back to Coach Cooper and some of those runs that we've had through region and state play, and some really good teams. But district tournament championships, regional tournament championships, those number 1 seeds, they're hard to come by. They're few and far between. Coach Post and the girls picked up a district tournament championship last week, carried the number 1 here to Rosebud. Tonight they got a chance to pick up another tournament championship and carry a number 1 on to Harrison later in the week for the girls' Class 3A state tournament. So it is special. Now, it's going to be hard. In some respects, it's going to be hard to top what happened last night. What a fantastic game and finish in that win over Hoxie. The crowd, the student section, that atmosphere was electric last night in that win, and you could see the excitement on the girls' faces after the game. And you may not top that, but if you walk out of here tonight with a championship and a number 1 seed, then that's going to linger and stay with you for the rest of the week, and that's going to carry to Harrison. So there is a lot to play for tonight in this third matchup. Again,
I think the way the game was played last night, too, with Brown, incredible shooting, and then the Yellow Jackets playing from behind all night, scrapping and clawing. It really set the crowd on edge last night, too, and it was an exciting night, as you said. I want to mention the Yellow Jackets 28-4. That tops Coach Cooper's 2010 team with 27 wins. Jackets were 14-2, co-champs of the conference. They've now won 13 straight and 24 of their last 26 ball games. Pangburn comes in number 4 seed. They're 23-12. They went 9-7, tied for 4th in the conference. They've won 7 out of 8, and their outstanding head coach, the veteran Christy Rowland, over 500 wins in her career, and so should be a good battle. I know Coach Post has great respect for Coach Rowland, a coach in his second year, and Coach Rowland, I think about year 21 or 22 now with over 500 victories. Should be a fun one. Not sure if Clinton's ever won a regional. I think that state tournament team may have lost in the regional, but they came back and beat the team that beat them in the state tournament. But we'll do some research on that when the season's over. But this could be a shot at a very rare, as you said, regional championship for the Clinton Lady Yellow Jackets.
Well, let's take a final break. When we return, we'll be ready for the tip. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
You know, life here wouldn't be the same without a sense of community. This is a wonderful place to live. The home of the Chuck Wagon Races, Greers Ferry Lake, and of course, Joe Lee Chevrolet. You know, Joe Lee Chevrolet is famous for fairness, honesty, and square dealing. Now for 4 generations. Sure, you can buy a new Chevrolet car, truck, any other place, but this isn't anywhere. This is home. They invite you to come on down to Joe Lee Chevrolet, where they have large rebates and incentives plus low interest rates. Joe Lee Chevrolet, Highway 65 South in Clinton.
We're back here in an already loud Rambler Arena on the campus of Rosebud High School.
I got another one over here. I'm good.
Have just been introduced.
I got
they are the visiting team tonight on the scoreboard because Pangburn knocked off number 1 Manila, and they assumed the number 1 spot on the top, I guess the top half of the bracket. So the Yellow Jackets are a number 1 seed, but they'll be in the black road uniforms tonight. They'll sit on the road bench, and they'll be the visiting team on the scoreboard in this one.
Almost got to wait till the sound pops down a little bit. But Here we go. The starting lineups introduced. And for the Lady Yellow Jackets again, and Coach Matthew Post, assisted by Tammy Johnson. That's 1983 state champion Tammy Johnson. I saw one of her teammates, I think, here tonight. Katrina Allen walked by us a while ago. I know she made it back to the reunion not too long ago for that state championship team. And these girls are going to have an opportunity maybe to play for that later on the week. But a lot to play for tonight. Here we go. Kylie Laster, Katie McJunkins, Sydney Standridge, Reese McDonald, and Kinley Keith. All juniors for the Yellow Jackets.
Key players for Pangburn are the jumper Phillips and number 10 in the foreground there. That's Huggins.
Laster tips it back, but the Tigers able to control and pass ahead on the block in the lane. Shot it, man, good. A quick 2 for the Tigers. And they strike first tonight. Clinton across midcourt. Katie McJunkins at the top. She had a good night last night running the offense for the Yellow Jackets, getting things set up. Keith dribbles to the baseline. She's cut off. Back to Standridge. Sydney's 3 just short off the front of the rim. Ball reached down, picked up by the Tigers, but it's out of bounds. And that'll give it back to the Yellow Jackets from the baseline.
Pangburn plays good defense. They're very fundamental.
Inbound the ball. Kinley Keith alone in the corner for a 3-point attempt. It won't go. Offside rebound to the Tigers. They're going to push it up the floor quickly. Long pass ahead into the lane. McDonald's able to knock it out of bounds. And
now Phillips will play inside, and she's quick, but she's undersized. But we saw her against Mountain View step out and knock down a couple of threes. So she's an inside-outside player. And Huggins has a really nice jump shot.
And drop it into the post. Shot up won't go on the rebound. A foul is going to be called on the Yellow Jackets. And I think that's going to go at Kylie Laster. Kylie ran into some foul trouble last night. A little bit for the Yellow Jackets. Or was that the night before? My nights running together. Saturday and Monday. But she picks up the first of the ball game. Reese McDonald had the early foul trouble last night. Picked up her third, I think, a couple minutes into the second quarter. We talked to Coach Matthew Post after the basketball game and said he couldn't take her out. They were behind at the time, and she was part of that second quarter run that got the Yellow Jackets going and eventually tied Hoxie there at the end of the first half and played smart with those fouls. Reese McDonald with her first shot attempt at the ball game. May have been partially blocked. Sydney Standridge is able to recover it. Back to McDonald behind the three-point line. She'll dribble down to the left side and be whistled for a double dribble.
Houston made that play. She flashed in front of the outlet pass there. Reese had to hang on to it and travel with the basketball. She's going to pass it to the wing. Houston flashed for the steal, and there was no way to pass the basketball.
Huggins across midcourt. Covered by McDonald, so a straight man-to-man. You know, we didn't see much of that last night. We saw 2-on-1 from the Yellow Jackets on J.C. Brown. Then we saw in the second half kind of a boxing one against Reese McDonald. So
Huggins a great pure shooter, maybe not quite as much range as Brown, and probably doesn't attack the basket as much as Brown, but you will not see a more perfect-looking jump shot than Brinley Huggins shoots.
Back behind the three-point line. The pass to Huggins on the move. Off the block. Shot up and in. Pangburn with a 6-0 lead to start the ball game. 6-10 here in the first quarter. Quickly down the floor. Standridge shot is blocked, but a foul is called, and that'll send Sydney Standridge to the free throw line.
Phillips with her first foul.
We saw Clinton weather the storm early last night on that fast start by Hoxie and Brown. I think it was a 9-2 start, if nothing else, in that ball game. And again, Clinton fought their way back to tie it before halftime. They're down 6-0 here at this point, and Standridge's going to miss her first free throw, but she'll have a second.
Both of these teams have had trouble shooting free throws the last couple of weeks, Pangburn and Clinton. Clinton 13 for 28 last night.
And there's going to be a lane violation on Standridge's second free throw. And so it's going to go over to the Tigers. They'll inbound the basketball. Just over 6 minutes remaining in the quarter. Huggins will get it up across midcourt. She'll be picked up by McDonald there. Onto the right side, just in front of that Yellow Jacket bench. It's McKee with it. Ball gets loose. McDonald comes up with it. Reese going to weave her way down the floor, pass one, up to a second, across the lane to Standridge. She'll turn, shoot. Just short, won't go. Laster with the rebound. She'll back under the basket. Shot won't go. And a rebound by the Tigers. So a couple opportunities right beneath the goal, but just couldn't get them to fall. On the drive, it's Huggins with the left hand. It won't go. Standridge with the rebound, and then Huggins going to kind of bump her after that and be whistled for the foul.
Yeah, sports are a game of inches. Brindley Huggins just missed the layup and comes back and gets the foul. It's one of those, if you hit the layup, the foul never occurs. And Huggins picks up her first. And I think the Yellow Jackets need just to settle in, get that first points on the board, and they'll be fine.
And Katie Gifford enters the ball game for the first time tonight.
You're seeing double teams inside a little bit on Laster, too.
Katie had some good minutes last night in that win over Hoxie. She looks to be an important piece here in the late season run by these Yellow Jackets. Only a sophomore. Kinley's Keith pass to Callie Laster, knocked away, and McKee comes up with it for Pangburn. Tigers leading 6-0, just under 5 minutes here in the first quarter. Three-point shot, won't go. McKee with a rebound inside. She'll turn, shoot, and draw a foul, and go to the free throw line.
Jackets had trouble rebounding in the first half, especially last night. And Pangburn now with a couple of second opportunities here. And Rivers McKee will go to the line. Rivers hit 2 a while ago.
She'll miss the first, have a second. Substitution, Sydney Standridge returns. Alexa Buhar in for the first time tonight. And Katie Gifford out along with Katie McJunkins. Second free throw is up and in. Pangburn 7, Clinton 0.
Last night started 9-2. Jackets trail 7-0 out of the gate tonight.
Buhar is a senior for the Yellow Jackets. She'll run the offense. Her pass is picked off by Huggins. And Brindley Huggins with a run out. She'll miss it. Falls off the rim. Rebound, Kinley Keith. Kinley down the floor, across midcourt. Gets it to Reese McDonald. Guarded closely. Kaylee Ware. Reese is going to pull up the runner just outside the lane. Shot won't go. Trying to get her own rebound. She does. Behind the basket. Back out to Keith. Cross-court pass to Buhar. She'll drive, get by one defender, beat a second, put it off the glass. Good. First 2 points of the night for the Yellow Jackets and Buhar, 7-2. Quickly, Pangburn going the other way, down the floor, off the hands, out of bounds, and it belongs to the Yellow Jackets.
Good job by Alexa getting on the inside, and she has played great the last couple of weeks. The senior has brought a steady hand of this basketball team down the stretch.
Laster gets it into Standard. She's going to go one-on-one in the lane, and now she'll toss it back out. Defended. Buhar on the drive. Kind of scoops it down low. It won't go. Laster with a rebound. Kick it out to Keith. Back up to Laster. She's in traffic, and the ball gets knocked away. Pangburn comes away with it.
Triple team on Laster. Too tough a pass to catch that way.
Trailing 7-2. Huggins defended by McDonald. Dribble down the left side. Pass inside. Spin move. Shot. Won't go. Second shot blocked. Kylie Laster comes up with it. To Sydney Standridge. Defender there, but across midcourt. Sydney spins. Right hand, left hand. Left side. Open three for Buhar. It's up. Won't go. McDonald with the offside rebound. Back out high to Buhar. She's going to drive. Get inside. Off the glass too hard. Standridge for the follow. It's up and in. 7-4.
Pace starting to pick up. That's where Clinton likes it. Phillips and then Laster working on the inside there, both of them with a foul.
Hunley pulls up for the three, just behind the line, and knocks it down. 3-point field goal, 10-4. Quickly the other way, it's Buhar, Keith, and McDonald behind the three-point line. She'll dribble over to the center, top of the key. Shot won't go. Standridge for the rebound, reach in, tied up. Alternate possession, going to keep it with the Yellow Jackets.
Phillips is checking out. They get real small when Phillips leaves the game. Miranda Redmond checking in for Pangburn.
Buhar inbound for the baseline. Out to Katie Gifford. She's going to drive in the lane. Shot up. Won't go. Ware is able to come up with it for the Tigers.
Jackets getting plenty of shots, just not shooting real well right now.
2:25 on the clock. First quarter trailing 10-4. McDonald picks the pocket of Huggins. Now she's going to race down the floor and put it off the glass. Good. 10-6. Just good defense right in front of her. Able to poke it away, recover the basketball.
Good job by Buhar that time to stop the dribbler. And the dribbler was Huggins.
And Pembroke going to travel with the basketball. A turnover. Clinton's got a chance to make it a one-possession game. This time down the floor. Erica Sykes in. Kylie Laster to the Yellow Jacket bench. A little bit of pressure in the backcourt. And they'll get it into Katie Gifford. She'll dribble across midcourt.
Jackets have got all 8 of their basic rotation players in the game here in the first quarter, which is good.
Sykes into the Standards. She'll spin in the lane. Left, right. Put it off the glass. Won't go. Trying to get her own rebound. It's Gifford. Her shot won't go. Sykes, Standards, Gifford, all in the middle. Sydney comes out with a basketball, and a foul is going to be called on the Tigers. That may go against Brinley Huggins as she's in the area. She gets whistled for the foul. That's her second personal foul. It comes at the 1:45 mark of the first quarter. She's going to leave the ball game. Tyler's leading 10-6.
Definitely can change the complexion of the game. She really stretches the floor out with her shooting range.
Inbound the ball to Reese McDonald. She's going to drive the left side on Ware. Shot won't go. Sykes there for the follow. Misses, gets her own rebound, and puts it in. Erica Sykes, 10-8. Yellow Jackets within 2.
Jackets now with that size advantage. Phillips on the bench. They got 3 shots that time. Both the Penguins' top 2 players out of the game right now.
Well, that's pretty imposing in the lane when you've got Katie Gifford, Sydney Standridge, and Erica Sykes. That's a tough matchup inside. 3-point attempt won't go. Gifford for the rebound. Off to Reese McDonald. Long pass ahead to Standridge. On the run, catches, stops, shoots. Can't get it to go. It's out of bounds, and it belongs to Clinton. 1:03 remaining in the first quarter.
The Jackets aren't shooting well right now, but you do like the fact they're getting plenty of good-looking shots that they're eventually that they're going to start falling. So it's not a case of not being able to get shots.
McDonald gets by 2 defenders in the lane. Shot bounces off the rim. Won't go. Rebound Pangburn. McKee. Long pass ahead. Off. And who touched it last? Off the Tigers. It belongs to Clinton.
What a play by Booher. She created that, got her fingertips on it, and knocked it off Candace Reed and out of bounds.
And Clinton will have a chance to tie or take the lead. 44 seconds, clock running in the first quarter, trailing 10-8. Booher, Gifford, McDonald, Standridge thought about a 3. Erica Sykes now. Sydney's going to take it to the basket. Shot up, and it's stuck. It's lodged between the rim and the backboard. I think that's going to be alternate possession. It's going to belong to Pangburn. Going for the tie, and the ball gets stuck. Hope you're watching on the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel or the KHPQ Facebook page. Billy Smallwood coming over from Heber Springs to run the camera for us. A lot of folks, I think, got to watch last night's game who weren't here. And hope you can tune in again tonight over the air at 92.1 FM. Anywhere in the world at www.khpq.com. And on your mobile devices, your phones or your tablets, just download the Hot Country KHPQ app from the App Store, Google or Apple. Here we go. Under 30 seconds. Pangburn with the basketball. They lead by 2. And McDonald knocks it up near midcourt. And she's going to step out of bounds on the run. Almost was able to recover that one.
A great hustle by Reese. Ava Reaper into the game now for Pangburn. Her dad was an outstanding player back in his day at Pangburn.
Top of the key, Gifford defending. Bounce pass, down to the post, spin, couple of defenders. Shot won't go. Erica Sykes for the rebound. And they're going to foul Erica as she makes the outlet pass to Alexa Booher. 5.8. That's going to be maybe the 5th team foul on Pangburn tonight. So Clinton will have to take it the length of the floor. Here we go. Inbound to Booher, the senior. 4 seconds, 3 across midcourt. She's going to drive, take it inside the three-point line, draw a foul. Nope, she's going to carry the basketball. Under a second to go, Pangburn will have it. And that will do it. The first quarter comes to an end. Pangburn got off to a good start. Clinton weathered the storm for the most part, pulled within 2 here after 1. It's the girls' Class 3A regional basketball tournament from Rosebud championship game. Pangburn 10, Clinton 8. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about.
until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair, Towing, and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in North Central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair, Towing, and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair, Towing, and Recovery, 745-2992.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all of your health care needs are met right here in Conway. When your family needs emergency care, you can trust our board-certified providers to provide you with the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. When you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway. At Conway Regional, we're not just growing, we're growing together.
Into the second quarter, Yellow Jackets trail 10-8. Kind of felt like they didn't play well in the first quarter, and the Tigers played really well. But you look up at the scoreboard, and the Yellow Jackets are only down by 2 points, and they'll throw it away here to start the second quarter. Brindley Huggins back into the game for Pangburn.
Right.
She has
I got
2
one
fouls.
over here if I need it. I'm good.
And Phillips back into the game for Pangburn. So original starting 5 back in for the Tigers.
Huggins with those 2 fouls. You see, defended by Reese McDonald. We've seen some good guard play in the regional tournament this week. Reese McDonald, J.C. Brown, Josie Story, Brindley Huggins. Boy, when you get down to the end, championship basketball, and then what we're going to see at Harrison this week, boy, you see some really good girls basketball players. We've had the opportunity to see that right here within our own conference and with our own region this week, so it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're down to the final 16 teams still playing in the state of Arkansas.
Lob pass inside, catch behind Sykes, shot up and in. Pangburn 12, Clinton 8. Quickly going the other way. Katie McJunkins, she can push the basketball, especially down the left side. She's going to take it all the way off the glass a little hard. Erica Sykes for the follow. Count it, and she's fouled. And again, that's just so how well coached by Coach Matthew Post. I think you said it last night. They never give up. They're always trailing. Somebody misses a layup like that. There was Erica Sykes on the move, able to put the basket in, and just makes you think of the repetition that they've had all year long on how to play, how to attack the basket, how to be ready for that rebound.
We've seen it all year long of maybe a missed layup, but a putback by a trailing player, and Yellow Jackets missed the free throw. They're now 0 for 3 at the line.
12-10, 2-point basketball game. Huggins across midcourt. If you're watching, watch the Clinton girls play defense. I think Coach Post told us that was a point of emphasis when he started the season. 2 points by Brindley Huggins off the dribble. Good shot there, but we talked about how I think that really separates the top teams when you get down when the competition's this good. It seems in our years of covering girls basketball, the really good teams could play really good defense and cause you a lot of problems. I think that's been an emphasis for the Clinton girls this year. And
offensive foul, moving screen on the Lady Yellow Jackets. That'll turn it over. Huggins has 7 of Pangburn's 14 points.
And that'll be the third team foul on the Yellow Jackets here in the first half. Kinley Keefe will re-enter the contest, trailing 14-10. And a quick foul. Is that McDonald? They're going to get her for a
Reese with a hand check out.
Hand check. I was trying to think of the word. You don't see that often. He called that really quick. Right there.
Kylie Lassiter back in the game. Erica Sykes checks out. Good work by Erica so far tonight.
Reese's first foul. Now Kinley Keefe will be on Brindley Huggins. Where her pass is picked off by McJunkins. Katie quickly down the floor. Keeps her dribble. Now she'll give it up to Kinley Keefe. And a reach-in foul called on the Tigers. 6th team foul on Pangburn. So not this one, but Clinton's going to be shooting for the remainder of the first half on any fouls by Pangburn. McJunkins near the end of that Tiger bench. They're dressed in the home white tonight, and Clinton's in a road black. Now, Well, I have to ask my colleague. I don't know if he explained that already or not. I'm not sure on that. As Reese McDonald knocks down the three-point field goal. But a 14-13, Clinton within one.
Reese's first three of the night. She had 4 last night and another pick.
McJunkins picks off another pass in the side. She's going to race down the floor, get by 2 defenders. Can't get it to go. The follow by Standridge. And the first lead of the night by Clinton, 15-14.
That's the pace that Clinton wants to play at right there.
Brinley Huggins for 3, just short off the front of the rim.
A quick shot by Pangburn helps to keep the tempo up.
Rebound by Kinley Keith. She's going to keep it herself down the floor. Defense in front of her. Pulls up. Passes away. McJunkins at the top of the key. Defender in front of her. Tries to run it off a screen by Laster. Now picks up her dribble. And back out to the top. Right side. Three-point attempt by Standridge. Won't go. Rebound by Laster. And the putback. 17-14. Timeout, Pangburn.
Laster almost being pulled to the ground. Still able to rebound it with one hand and go back up and score. Not many girls as strong as Kylie Lassiter, and Pangburn going to have to take a quick timeout. And the Yellow Jackets now with the lead and their biggest lead of the game now. It's 17-14.
Clinton on a run. We saw a couple of those last night in Hoxie when they were down, and 17-14.
Yeah, when the tempo is speeded up, it favors Clinton. Had a steal. Actually, a couple of steals, get the fast break started, and then Huggins came down, who was an outstanding shooter, but she did shoot up one pretty quick there, and if it doesn't go in, the Yellow Jackets get the rebound. That started a break. 3 consecutive fast breaks for Clinton. And the Yellow Jacket fans come to their feet. Welcome the Yellow Jackets back onto the floor.
Hey, Coach Matthew Post, again, he's got depth in this year's squad. He's played 8 girls so far. Gone in and out of this ball game, and certainly that helps as the game goes on. And that depth and fatigue gives Clinton a little bit more gas in the tank, maybe, compared to most teams. Shot up won't go. Standridge for the rebound. Off to Reese McDonald across midcourt, quickly down the floor. Over on the right side to Kinley Keith. She'll drive the baseline. A runner floats it up. It won't go, but McJunkins for the rebound. Back to Standridge. Her three's up, in and out. Won't go. Popped out of the rim. Long pass ahead. Huggins knocked away by McDonald. Standridge has it. Cross midcourt. They knock it away from her. She'll dive to the floor. Huggins will take it away. Pangburn. Jackets on each side will poke it out of bounds. Pangburn will have it on the baseline.
The tempo business is definitely picking up here. Coach Post likes the up-tempo. Got to kind of pick your spots sometime, though. You got that. Pangburn had numbers that time. It was like 2 on 4. Sometimes you got to kind of back it out, but keep the game speeded up.
Pass inside, low post, turn around, shoot and score.
Got to give Phillips credit for that one. Great defense by Laster not to foul. And just tip your hat to that one. She just kind of slung one in off balance.
McDonald at the top. Inside, outside. McJunkins going to drive the left hand. Forces it up, won't go. Tipped around, out of bounds. Belongs to Pangburn. Clinton's getting a lot of shots in the paint, in the lane.
Yeah, shots are not a problem. Yellow Jackets are getting plenty, and they're getting good ones, so you got to figure they'll eventually start falling. It's when you play games against defenses and you can't get a good shot off very often. That's when you worry, so. And now Phillips picks up her second with a moving screen.
Tried to set that for Huggins. So Huggins with 2, Phillips with 2. Those were the 2 scores for Pangburn yesterday. That win over Mountain View, both over 20 apiece. Almost all the points in that victory over the blue and gold Yellow Jackets. Both with 2 fouls here. 3:28 remain in the second quarter. Clinton leading by 1. Shot up won't go. McDonald gets her own rebound. Follow.
Phillips Mack got her third. That's one of those wrong place at the wrong time.
Reese McDonald fouled. She'll go to the free throw line, and that is the 3rd personal foul.
Great hustle by Reese. She missed the 3, and she raced in, got her own rebound, and the ball carried her right into Phillips, and Phillips picks up the foul.
Haley Phillips will go to the Tiger bench.
Redmond has to check back in, and now Pangburn gets small again.
18-16. McDonald misses the second free throw, and the Tigers come away with a rebound. 3:15 clock running in the second quarter.
Jackets free throw line woes continue. They've hit 1 out of 5.
3-point shot from the right side won't go. Offside rebound, Pangburn. Back out high to Huggins.
Now, we'll say one difference between them and Hoxie. Both have a great player and a great shooter in Brown and Huggins, but Pangburn's other 4 players are capable of scoring, where Hoxie only had maybe 1 or 2 more that were really capable of scoring. So Pangburn a little bit more balanced than Hoxie.
Tigers in the corner. Lasher defending, almost tied her up. Instead, it's Ware back to Huggins. Kinley Keith doing a good job keeping Huggins from getting a shot off on this possession. McKee back out to Kelsey Houston. Gets loose inside, shot up and in. 2 points for the Tigers. That's Miranda Redmond. We are tied at 18 with 2:05 to go in the second quarter.
I think that's the way Pangburn would like to play. Take a lot of time off the clock, eventually score and shorten the game.
Laster with a big screen. Shot up by McDonald, won't go. Keith's follow, misses. Rebound tipped out. McJunkins comes away with it. Standridge dribbles down to the baseline. Right, back, left. Tries to dish to Kylie Laster. Can't pull that pass in. It goes out of bounds. A turnover to the Tigers. Minute 45 in the second quarter. 18 all. Huggins walks across midcourt. Sets the offense right at the three-point line. Shot up. Won't go. Misses. Rebound. Ware chases it down in the corner for the Tigers. Back to Huggins. Whips it inside. Turn, shoot, and score. The basket by Rivers. McKee. Pangburn back in front. 20-18.
McKee's got 5. The Yellow Jackets led 17-14. They've been outscored
McDonald up
6
high
to
to
1
Laster.
since then.
Kylie ties the ball game. The assist by Reese McDonald. Laster for 2. 20 all. 1 minute remaining, second quarter. Huggins near the midcourt circle. Coach Christy Rowland on her feet, coaching from the Pangburn bench. Pangburn might be content to wind down this final 45 seconds if they could.
They would like to shorten the game as much as possible and the score be low.
Dribble inside by Redmond. Still in the corner.
They know if Clinton's going to score 60 or more, they're probably not going to win. So they're going to try to take time off and keep the score low.
Huggins going to get behind the defenders in the lane. Shot up, won't go. Trying to get her own rebound. She comes away with it. Back behind the three-point line. Pass across the lane. Laster blocks the shot. Saves 2 points, does Kylie Laster on the block out of bounds. That looked almost like a sure layup inside.
Good move by Coach Post. Gets Laster and McDonald out. Protect them from fouls. Only 19 seconds left here in the first half. And
Katie Gifford
and Sykes back in.
Off the inbounds pass, Huggins gets it back in the corner. Three-pointer in and out, won't go. Second shot blocked out of bounds as Rivers McKee got the rebound, had her shot blocked. 13.4. Pangburn from the baseline.
Candace Reed checks in. She's a pretty good outside shooter and an outstanding softball pitcher, number 34.
Inbound the ball. Reed gets it on the left wing, dumps it inside to Redmond. She'll back out to Huggins. Pass knocked away by Keith. Up the floor, ball's loose. Pangburn recovers. 4 seconds. 3 out of bounds.
3 seconds left. You can't let Brindley touch the ball here in the final 3 seconds. You got to know where she's at.
Substitution. They want to bring Kaylee Ware in. Pangburn's going to inbound it below our broadcast position here on the left side. They'll get it in. 2 seconds, 1 second inside the three-point line. The runner, it won't go. Hey, it's championship night, and we got a tie ball game. 20 all, and there's going to be is that a technical foul after the half ended, or are they just sending the team to the locker room?
I think it's on Pangburn.
the players looked to be running to the sideline,
Nope,
preparing to
Clinton
run off the floor. 20 all, long after the
technical foul on Pangburn, I believe.
Play was over. The players were exiting to the bench on their way to the locker room. Something happened in the mix. The players were running together.
I'm not sure what happened. Nobody's shooting free throws unless they're going to shoot them to start the second half.
Teams have gone to the locker room. Coach Matthew Post heading to Clinton. Coach Christy Rowland and the Tigers, they've entered theirs. The officials are at the scorer's table. It's 20 all, championship night here. Clinton and Pangburn. And we may not know until we return for the second half. The Clinton cheerleaders, they're taking the floor. They're going to perform here in front of this huge crowd tonight from Clinton. An exciting time. Hey, stay with us. We'll step away for a few moments. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
You know, life here wouldn't be the same without a sense of community. This is a wonderful place to live. The home of the Chuck Wagon races, Greers Ferry Lake, and of course, Joe Lee Chevrolet. You know, Joe Lee Chevrolet is famous for fairness, honesty, and square dealing. Now for 4 generations. Sure, you can buy a new Chevrolet car, truck, any other place, but this isn't anywhere. This is home. They invite you to come on down to Joe Lee Chevrolet, where they have large rebates and incentives plus low interest rates. Joe Lee Chevrolet, Highway 65 South in Clinton.
The all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram & Clinton is gearing up for football season. Yep, we've got a huge lineup of Rams that are sure to fit all of your tailgating needs. So put on that lucky jersey and score huge savings during the summer clearance event. Can't wait to see you at the all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram & Clinton and at cowboycdjr.com.
F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store, is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. F.L. Davis Cash Lumber can help with your electrical, plumbing, paint, tools, hardware, and flooring needs. They're a full-service hardware store and lumber yard. F.L. Davis can provide you with everything you need for your residential or commercial projects. The knowledgeable staff is always on hand to answer your questions. Visit F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store. Same place, now Ace.
Mike Hawley back here at Rosebud High School, Rambler Arena. Yellow Jackets and the Penguin Tigers are hooked up in a good one here for the regional championship of Region 2. We're tied at 20-20 at the half. Jackets trailed 10-8 into the first quarter. In fact, they trailed 7-0 to start the ball game. It came back and tied the game. Briefly took a lead at 17-14, and it's 20-20 here at the half. Brindley Huggins has 7 points for Penguin. Rivers McKee has 5. Haley Phillips 4. Kelsey Houston 2, and Miranda Redmond has 2. For the Lady Yellow Jackets, Reese McDonald has 6, Sydney Standridge 4, Kylie Lassiter 4, Erica Sykes 4, and Alexa Booher 2 points in the first half of play, and we're tied at 20. Got a special guest tonight. We've had him on before. I think it was back in December. We were at Mayflower.
Yep,
but,
yes, it was.
Cody McKnight joins us again. He just finished his basketball season, assistant boys coach and head coach of the 7th grade, and now you turn the page to baseball.
Yeah.
Give us the baseball preview.
Well, this year we're really excited because we get to do junior high baseball as well. So we got the 7th and 8th graders out there, and it's a really good opportunity for us to introduce them to the program, how we do things, the expectations that we have. So I think all of us as coaches are really excited to get them out there. But, we've only had really 3 practices on the field. So it's hard to say where we're at right now. We're supposed to play Thursday, but if the girls play on Thursday, we probably won't, and then we will play Friday against Berryville. So it'll definitely be exciting. It'll be fun to see what we look like that first game.
So you're a great addition to the coaching staff. Coach Prince has been there for years. Coach Powers now for a few years as the pitching coach, and now bringing Coach McKnight in there. with a 3-man coaching staff.
Yeah, it helps. It helps. And we've had some really productive practices because we can, divvy up the workload, and we're able to get a lot of individual coaching with each kid, which it goes a long way for sure. So, and we just have a lot of time and the resources to do things. So we're all really fortunate and blessed to have that time with the kids. So it's really cool.
Got a few familiar faces back this year. Talk about the pitching staff. I know Russ Hensley is one of those I guess you'll have on the mound this year.
Yes, Russ Hensley, Cole Prince, Carson McCormick, Dylan Jones. I feel like we'll have a pretty strong pitching staff. I feel like we have depth in our pitching staff. And, if one guy maybe is not feeling it one day, we got somebody that can step up and do the job. So I feel like throwing the baseball, we should be fine. We should be.
Talk about defense. I guess we have a new shortstop this year.
Yes, yeah. Middle infield is going to look a little bit different. I'm primarily working with the outfielders right now, and which is fun. I played outfield in college and stuff. Defensively, we've been taking a lot of ground balls lately, just trying to see the ball off a bat because, these kids really haven't seen that in a long time. So can't really give a good read on exactly where we are on that yet. Right. We've been working a lot on footwork and fundamental stuff like that. But, yeah, I think that middle infield wise we'll be good. Like I said, I'm working with the outfield, and we call ourselves a no-fly zone. So nothing flies in our outfield.
I noticed in the outfield you got to replace, a 4-year player, and Zach Alexander's gone. So you got a couple of new faces in the outfield.
Yes, yeah. Zane Haney is playing baseball this year, which we're all excited about, and he's one of the outfielders I'm working with right now. We've got about, quite a few of the kids play outfield. So, right now just kind of making assessments and seeing what looks the best and seeing – because a big part of the outfield is putting the right kid where they need to be, who can cover ground, who's got a good arm, who gets good reads. So, and some of those are game-time decisions.
Yeah, a lot of fans don't realize there's kind of a physical traits that go along with each position.
Yes.
You try to match the physical trait of the player with the position that give them the best chance to have success. And
100%, yeah, 100%.
The 3 outfield positions are not the same. Each one has their own distinct characteristics.
Yeah, and I feel like we've got a lot of speed in the outfield as well. I mean, Zane's really fast, Ty's really fast, Wilson's fast. We got some other kids that are going to play. We've got good speed. I feel like we'll be able to run down a lot of baseballs this year and get them into the infield as quick as we can. So. Got
some of the core of the hitters back. I know Carson McCormick, a good hitter. Russ Hensley, kind of the core.
Yeah.
Dylan Jones, great leadoff man.
Yes, high on base percentage, and Dylan Jones. And then Carson McCormick, I think he left the yard about 5 times today during batting practice. I think Russ Hensley did a couple times, Cole Prince. And, we had a really good day of hitting the baseball today. It was a really good day. I was excited to see it. So hopefully we can, everybody goes through slumps, but you just need a handful of guys to have a day. Yeah. And put some pieces together.
This may be a team, like you said, may have to rely on some speed. You got some guys that can run, maybe some small ball with this group.
Yeah, and I'm kind of in charge of the base running that we have, and we worked on a little bit of it today. And I tell the guys we're always thinking about moving forward. We react to go back, but we're always thinking about moving forward, and we want to get to that next bag as quick as we can and get to second base. It's hard to score from first. It's a lot easier to score from second. So
we know he's a tremendous athlete. Great football player, great basketball player. How's Zane Widener as a baseball player? I know he hadn't played in a few years.
Yeah, it's different seeing him out there in baseball pants and a hat. But he's getting into the groove again and hitting and throwing, and he's just got to get a feel for it again. And he's committed to it, and he wants to learn, he wants to grow, and I feel like he'll make some big steps quickly. So.
He's such a good athlete. He's a quick learner, smart, so he'll probably adapt pretty quickly.
He is, and he wants to learn. He enjoys to learn. He enjoys the process. You tell him something, he's going to make eye contact with you and do the best he can to accomplish what you've told him. So, yeah, he's a quick learner for sure.
Tell us about the schedule upcoming the next week or so, along with your senior high and your junior high.
So, like I said, we're supposed to play on Thursday. Heber Springs, that might get canceled due to our girls going to state. Friday, we play Berryville at Berryville. Saturday, we have our first junior high game against Dover at Dover. So that'll be fun. That'll be exciting. We only get one practice with those guys. We got our first practice with them tomorrow. So we're taking each game with them as a practice. We're learning. It's all about development. And I hope the kids see it that way. We're not really too focused on winning ball games. We want them to learn every single game and take them as practices. So,
we want the folks out there to know we'll be broadcasting Yellow Jacket baseball and softball again this year. So we'll be out the field, and you can listen to the games, watch them on TV too.
Yeah.
And we'll have that schedule out pretty soon. But we'll be covering both baseball and softball all through March and April, and hopefully into May.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Well, that's Cody McKnight. Give us the baseball report. Thanks, Cody, and let's hope we get a big second half here for the Lady Yellow Jackets.
I hope so too. Thank you. I hope so.
That's Cody McKnight, assistant baseball coach, assistant basketball coach. Thanks, Cody. Well, we are set for second half action. Game tied at 20. And it looks like Pangburn will shoot free throws to start the second half. There was a technical foul called on Clinton after the half ended, and they'll shoot the free throws to start the second half. And Brinley Huggins hits the first one, and she'll hit the second one, and also Pangburn gets the basketball. So Pangburn leads 22-20 as we start here in the second half. Jeff Hall.
It'll be Kinley Keith, Reese McDonald, Sydney Standridge, Kylie Laster, and Katie McJunkins for the Yellow Jackets. Pangburn got off to a fast start there in the first quarter. Clinton kind of hung on, took the lead. What was it, 18? Trying to remember. Took a 3-point lead before ending up tying there at the end of the first half. So, see what we do here.
Clinton back in the man-to-man. Nothing new there. The big story of the first half was all the shots Clinton got, just didn't shoot a very high percentage.
On the dribble, now bounce pass inside, shot blocked into the hands of Katie McJunkins. Katie long pass ahead to McDonald, got a defender between her and the basket. She'll take it in the lane and draw the foul. That'll send Reese McDonald to the free throw line. 7:24 in the third, trailing by 2.
Jackets went 1 of 5 in the first half at the line, but Reese is the one that hit that one. Need to shoot free throws better here in the second half. Remember that Phillips and Huggins both have 2 fouls for Pangburn. Phillips on the bench right now, not starting the second half.
And Reese pulls the Yellow Jackets within 1, 22-21.
Reese has 7. She averages 16 points a game on the season.
And ties it at 22. Full court press by the Yellow Jackets. Kinley Keith in the backcourt on Huggins. She's going to get down the floor quickly into the lane. Standridge Laster defending, misses the shot. Rebound Laster out to Sydney Standridge. Pass ahead to McDonald. Catches behind the defender. Takes on a second. Puts it off the glass. Good.
Great pass. Got it over a Pangburn defender. And Reese finished.
24-22. 3-point field goal. In and out. Huggins won't go. Rebound Laster. Quickly over to Kinley Keith. On the right side, down the floor. Huggins defending. He's going to take her low. Pass into the corner to McDonald, to McJunkins behind the three-point line. Basket, good. Katie McJunkins for 3. 27-22. And Coach Christy Rowland wants a timeout. 6:43 here in the third. The Yellow Jackets pull ahead by 5. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
Steve Good at Goods Cash Savers says you can learn a lot about life by playing sports. You may never be the biggest or the fastest, but you can always try to be the very best and give 100%. And that's what they do every day at Goods Cash Saver. Even though they don't have the biggest building, they try to have every item that you might need in groceries. They also overachieve every day in their meat department. So when you're looking for a place to shop, give Goods Cash Saver a try. A supermarket that cares about you and your community and says, go Yellow Jackets.
Ozark Health is a wonderful diamond in the rough, I call it.
Living in a rural community, having access to healthcare is critical. It has been a blessing to our community.
Not that I want to go to the hospital, this last place that I really want to go, but this is a place I'd recommend to anybody.
There's nothing like the individual care that you get here. It's phenomenal.
Our purpose for being here is to serve people. It fills me with pride that we're able to do that.
Ozark Health, your community hospital.
Pangburn misses the 3. Clinton starts the break, and the Yellow Jackets have it.
Into the corner, Standridge with it. Dumps it inside to Laster. Fall away in the lane. Shot won't go. Huggins with the rebound. Knocked away by McJunkins. It's loose. And I think as players collide, the foul is going to be whistled on Katie McJunkins. Bay Clinton's.
Kylie kind of shot that one. We haven't seen her do that in a while. She kind of shot that one while turning. She's been really good lately at turning, squaring up the shoulders, and scoring.
And Clinton's biggest lead of the ball game at 5 points with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, 27-22.
Pangburn shot 2 free throws to start the third quarter, and then Clinton scored 7 straight. Phillips back in the game for Pangburn, so the original starting 5 for the Tigers, including their 2 best players, are in the game.
Dumping inside. Phillips takes it, shoots her over Laster, won't go. McDonald comes away with the rebound. Down the floor, weaving her way, middle of the floor. Dishes to Kinley Keith, kind of a no-look pass, and it's blocked by Brinley Huggins. She's going to push it down the floor. 3-on-3, left side on Standridge. Draws the foul, and it falls off the rim. She'll have to earn it from the free throw line.
Game of inches. Huggins gets the no call on that end. And on this end, with not a whole lot of contact, she gets the call.
Her first free throw's up and in.
Huggins 3 for 3 at the line. Huggins does have Van Buren County roots. I think she has a cousins in Van Buren County.
I did visit with Roger Roy during the halftime break. He was wondering about that and maybe who she was related to. So, a lot of folks here tonight, Clinton and Pangburn. Matter of fact, you and I are from Clinton and Pangburn.
Yep.
We hadn't.
And Shirley.
That's right. Here we go. Kinley Keith, free throw line extended. The elbow pops out to Sydney Standridge. Her 3 won't go. McDonald's going to tip it to herself, but it's out of bounds and belongs to Pangburn.
Jackets have been able to get rebounds on the defensive end a lot easier here in this third quarter, and that's allowed the Yellow Jackets to get those fast breaks started.
27-24. Pangburn will have a chance to tie or pull within 1 this time down the floor. Ware with it, back to Huggins. Into by Kinley Keith. On the dribble, getting to the baseline is Huggins. She'll back out in front of the basket. Shot won't go. Loose on the floor. Picked up. Shot blocked out of bounds by Sydney Standridge.
I think Laster and Kylie both went for the same rebound and kind of basically knocked it away from themselves there. Sid came by and got a good block shot, and Pangburn has it under their own basket.
Huggins the inbound inside. Phillips, too much traffic. Ball gets knocked loose out of bounds. Keep it with the Tigers. Inside, Phillips shot. Foul called.
Reese trying to reach in and poke it away. Really don't need to there with Kylie straight up. Phillips is not going to shoot it over. But that's only the second foul on Reese, and Phillips goes to the line, and she's a pretty good free throw shooter.
For Clinton, it's the team's 4th foul. Phillips gets the first. Alexa Buhar will check into the ball game. Reese McDonald out.
Pangburn 8 out of 9 at the free throw. That's what's allowed them to stay close. The Yellow Jackets have missed free throws so far tonight.
27-26 as Phillips hits both free throws. 4:20 to go in the third.
Pangburn now 4 straight points to cut it to 1.
Junkins at the top. She'll set the offense. Buhar
Phillips trying to guard Buhar.
Alexa picks up her dribble. Needs some help. Oh, now she'll dribble away, take on 2 defenders, miss the shot. Rebound to Pangburn. Huggins across midcourt, a chance to take the lead. Pass inside to Phillips, dumps it inside. Shot up and in. 28-27 Tigers. McJunkins quickly across midcourt, but the defense in front of her. And back out to Buhar. Dribble down. Standridge, she'll take it inside, pull up in front of Huggins. Shot up won't go, out of bounds. And it belongs to the Yellow Jackets. No, it's Penguins basketball, and Coach Matthew Post wants a timeout. 3:25 in the third, trailing by 1. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
FL Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store, is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. FL Davis Cash Lumber can help with your electrical, plumbing, paint, tools, hardware, and flooring needs. They're a full-service hardware store and lumber yard. FL Davis can provide you with everything you need for your residential or commercial projects. The knowledgeable staff is always on hand to answer your questions. Visit FL Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store. Same place, now Ace.
The Blagg Law Firm is a proud supporter of Clinton High School Yellow Jacket sports. When you need an attorney, call the Blagg Law Firm. Whether it's an injury accident, criminal defense, DWI, family dispute, or Social Security disability, Ralph Blagg believes in equal justice for all. Located on Court Street in downtown Clinton and on the internet at blagglaw.com. The Blagg Law Firm, a proud supporter of Clinton High School sports.
So as we come back to action, Penguin misses a jump shot. Penguin's going to be called for over-the-back foul. That'll be Rivers McKee, her second. Yellow Jackets jumped out to a 27-22 lead, and Penguin scored 6 straight. And the Yellow Jackets have a chance to retake the lead.
Pass inside to the Laster. She'll spin away from the defenders and drop it in the lane. 29-28.
Shoulders were square to the basket that time, and she knocked it down. And now they're trying to front Phillips on the other end.
Pass over the top. Laster blocks it in the air. And foul going to be whistled.
McKee may have picked up her second foul in less than 20 seconds.
Laster blocked the shot. Clinton recovers the basketball. Then the foul is called. Third team foul on Pangbird here in the second half.
That will be Rivers McKee's third foul. Huggins and Phillips have 2 apiece.
Pangbird playing, 6 players tonight? Clinton played 8 so far in the ball game. Standridge inside the Laster. Kind of same shot. She scored earlier, but this one off the rim won't go. Huggins and the Tigers with the basketball.
You'll take that shot. Good D by Penguin. They had her double team, but she still got a good look. You'll take that shot every time.
Laster inside looking to keep a body on Phillips if she gets close in the lane. Off a screen, Phillips takes the pass. But the shot goes out of bounds, and it belongs to Clinton.
Pace has slowed down again. The Yellow Jackets made that run to 27. They were running up and down the floor, getting a clean rebound. Now it's slowed back to a crawl again. Going to run off a double screen here.
Pass inside to Laster, but she'll kick it out to Booher. She's open for a 3. Off the rim, won't go. Rebound Pangburn. Houston, but she's going to go to the floor with a basketball and be whistled for the travel.
Watch for the lob pass into the middle here. Now they're going to, Penguin's seen that before, so they're going to switch out of it.
Inbound the ball out high to the senior, Alexa Booher. 4 juniors on the floor. Pass inside, Phillips picks it off. They try to get it to Laster again, but Phillips comes away with it. 29-28, the Yellow Jacket lead. Inbound the ball, Huggins with it. Phillips and Laster jockeying for position on the block. Huggins going to drive, split a couple defenders, draw a foul. It's on the floor. Penguin inbound.
If you're watching on TV, that's what a score is right there. You saw Huggins, nothing there. She kind of leaned to the right a little bit to try to get Kinley to move over, and then she got just enough a gap to take off and draw the foul. But she's a scorer, and that's what she did there, try to create that space.
Inbound the ball to Phillips. Might have been blocked by Standridge or Laster. Tigers take it. A second shot draws a foul. That'll send Houston to the free throw line.
Houston scored the first 2 points of the ball game. First trip down for Penguin. Hadn't scored since, but the Tigers have been deadly at the free throw line tonight. Ten for 11 for Pangburn.
And 30-29, both free throws good by Pangburn. A 1-point lead. Booher quickly across midcourt. Gets by Ware. Goes to Huggins. Passes inside to Laster. Kylie misses. Gets her own rebound. And puts the Yellow Jackets back in front by one. 31-30.
Kylie's got 8.
Three-point shot from the right side. Won't go. Almost out of bounds, but Pangburn able to recover the basketball. They keep it alive. Houston's got it. Booher on her. Knocked away by McJunkins. Ball's loose. And Sydney Standridge is going to be whistled for a foul. I think she's trying to run up and catch up with the player in the basketball. The official must have made some kind of contact.
It's also team foul number 7. Houston and Standridge are both going for a loose ball. Not sure a whole lot happened there, but the officials are going to whistle Sid for the foul. That's your second. But
Sydney was kind of adamant about not understanding that call. Missing the free throw. The rebound by Kinley Keith. Over to Booher. Right hand, left hand, left hand. Reach in foul by Ware.
Yeah, that's a hand check. That's an automatic if you get 2 hands on the dribbler. You don't have to push them or do anything like that. That's just put in the rule book a couple of 3 years ago to make it easier for the referee to call a hand check. If both hands touch the offensive player at the same time, it's a foul.
I said earlier, 6 players to play for Pangburn. I didn't look down the bench at who had been in. I think that's at least 8 for Pangburn to match Clinton's 8 tonight in the ball game. 31-30 the score with 31 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Yeah, Eva Reaper back in the game for Pangburn. She played in the back in the second quarter.
Reese McDonald. In the corner to Standridge. Going to get by one defender. Help defense stop her. Kick it around from right to left. McDonald for 3. It's up and in.
Great passing and one extra pass made the difference.
And ball's loose on the floor. And not sure if they got tied up. It's an alternate possession.
Huggins going to throw it in. You can't let them throw it back to her. Got to stay with her.
2 seconds. Ball's loose on the inbounds pass. Knocked out of bounds again. But last touch by Pangburn.
That jump ball's big because that'll give Clinton the ball to start the fourth quarter.
1.4. 3/4 of the length of the floor. Reese McDonald will heave. It'll come up short. But a good run by Clinton there at the end. A 4-point lead. There'll be a final 8 minutes when we return, playing for the Regional Tournament Championship. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in North Central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
Big. Clinton will have the ball to start the fourth quarter. A big number to look at. Jackets only 3 of 7 at the free throw line. Pangburn 11 of 13. That's why the game is this close, is at the free throw line, and the score is low. That's where Pangburn would like it to be low. The Yellow Jackets would like to speed this tempo up, be able to score.
Reese McDonald, Sydney Standridge, Kylie Laster, Katie McJunkins, Alexa Booher to start the fourth quarter. Foul called on Pangburn.
That'll be Phillips. That'll be her third. And the 16th foul. So the Yellow Jackets are going to shoot probably a lot of free throws before this one's over. At check that. That's Phillips' fourth foul. And Redmond has to check in. And Phillips heads to the bench with 8 points. Second leading scorer for Pangburn.
McJunkins inbounds the ball to Booher. She'll on the dribble, back up, set the offense. A little bit of a weave. McDonald gets the shot up, won't go. Rebound Laster. She'll get it up and in. Just Kylie Laster so
she made that
inside.
One. She was under the net, had to lean back. There was an extreme angle.
Biggest lead of the ball game for Clinton at 6, 36-30.
McJunkins now on Huggins.
You know, it's not been a pretty game. I don't know that it's been scripted on either team. Maybe would have drawn it up, but it's close. Both teams have a chance here in this final 8 minutes. Let's see who can prevail.
Good help by Booher.
Three-pointer by Huggins. Won't go. Tipped out, and it belongs to Clinton.
Phillips on the bench. You got to look for Lassiter inside.
McDonald dribbles down, dumps it off to Standridge. She'll get in the lane, kick it out to Booher. Will take it in the lane. Defender there. Toss it back out. Reese will drive. Floater on the run. Won't go. Rebound Redmond and the Tigers. 36-30. Clinton leading. 6:35 here in the fourth. Bounce pass. Post. Stolen away by Kylie Laster. And then the foul whistled on the Tigers. It's going to go
good
against
hustle.
Rivers.
Kylie
McKee
came from the opposite block, raced over and fronted McKee. And got just enough of it. Sydney was playing defense behind McKee. Laster flashed in front, showed her athleticism there, and now she goes to the line. And the Yellow Jackets can shoot free throws well just for this one quarter. They're going to win the game.
And Kylie gets the first. She'll have a second.
Kylie had 4 points in the first half yesterday, 4 points tonight. Last night she finished with 21. And now she's up to 12 points.
38-30. McKee off to Ware. Dribble, bounce pass in the lane to Redmond. Shot up, won't go. Tipped around, out of bounds. Keep it with the Tigers from the baseline. Inbound the ball. Huggins gets it back, whips it down low. Then now back to Brindley behind the three-point line. Won't go, off the rim. Rebound Sydney Standridge. Into the corner. Booher's going to drive. She'll take it all the way. Draw some contact. Ball goes out of bounds untouched by the Tigers. And it'll go to Pangburn.
Yeah, not much there. Yellow Jackets forced that one. Got the lead. You come down and you can run some offense, put the pressure on Pangburn.
Huggins, pass inside. Out of bounds. It belongs to the Yellow Jackets.
Phillips back in for Pangburn. She's got 4. The Tigers are going to take a timeout. And the Yellow Jackets have an 8-point lead. Want to mention thanks to Booster Club again for sponsoring the live stream tonight. Thanks to all of our great sponsors throughout the year that bring you Yellow Jacket basketball both on radio and live stream. Remember, you can be a member of the Booster Club for just as low as $10. All that money, 100% of it, goes back to the program, to the kids. Each sport, there's about 15 of them, and the Spirit Squads each get a budget from the Booster Club to go above and beyond what the school can provide. So if you want to donate to something that's going to get 100% effective, join the Yellow Jacket Booster Club. Yellow Jacket Booster Club provides scholarships for seniors every year. They also provide the athlete, male and female athlete of the year. They provide those things. They provide meals on the road for the kids and equipment as needed. And so you can become a member for as little as $10 For $100, you can become a Gold Club member. You can get to every sporting event, football, basketball, baseball, softball, with your Gold card. It'll more than pay for itself. And if you got a business, we'd love to put up one of your banners. We'll put it up on the football field, then we bring it over to the arena so you'll get maximum coverage for your dollar. And that's the Yellow Jacket Booster Club. See Philip Jones or Angela Bradford, and they'll make you a member of the Yellow Jacket Booster Club.
Out of the timeout, 5:38 clock running in the fourth quarter, an 8-point lead. McDonald put up a three from the right side, just short off the rim, but Laster for the rebound. Her shot won't go. Tigers come away with it. Huggins up the floor to McKee. Standridge defending. Man-to-man defense by the Yellow Jackets. They've been in that exclusively tonight. We haven't seen the 1-3-1 or a zone. Man-to-man inside, too many hands. Redmond recovers, and she's able to put it up and in. 38-32. McDonald up ahead to Laster. Defender behind her. It's Phillips, but Kylie puts it off the glass. Good. 40-32.
14 for Kylie.
Clinton's going to apply pressure in the backcourt. A little bit of man. Standridge on McKee. Inside. Redmond. Phillips across the lane. 40-34.
Pangburn hanging around.
4 minutes, 30 seconds.
And they're getting points besides from Huggins.
And Booher's going to beat her defender. Two from the left side, 42-34. Huggins down the floor, a little bit of a fake. Now she'll take it in. Shot won't go, but for the putback is Phillips, 42-36.
14 for Phillips.
Booher into the lane. Tigers fall and whistled for the blocking foul. And that's going to be a 1-and-1, I believe the official says, for Alexa Booher. With a 6-point lead, 4:06 remaining. Misses the free throw, rebound to Pangburn. Pangburn got a chance to cut it to 4, maybe 3 this time down the floor. It was tied at half. Clinton pulled away in the third quarter, and foul called inside on Sydney Standridge. And it's going to be free throws for Pangburn.
You know, Pangburn's hanging in the game by getting the ball inside. Well, now I think they've changed the call.
We'll say she traveled before the foul. The official will wave off the foul call. Traveling, the ball goes to Clinton.
I think the Jackets with that 6-point lead need to come down, settle in, run a good half-court set of offense, and try to get it inside or inside out for a wide-open 3.
Pass inside to Laster, off her hands.
And the Yellow Jackets continue to force it.
Huggins loses control of the basketball. Kylie Laster's got it. Down the floor, into the lane. Couple defenders. Shot won't go awkwardly to the floor. It's Kylie Laster. And let's see, hopefully she's not hurt.
Matthew Post got a timeout before the jump ball, and the possession would have belonged to Pangburn, so a good call.
She lost her footing. I'm not sure if she caught her step wrong or stepped on somebody else. She's going to leave the floor limping. Let's hope she's okay. She kind of forced that shot up when she
made a nice steal down here in the backcourt and then tried to push it 1-on-2. And before she could get to the basket, got a little bump, had to throw up one off balance, but the Yellow Jackets got the rebound. It was fixed to be a jump ball. Coach Post got a timeout. The possession would have went to Rosebud, so assist to Coach Post. He had one in the game on Monday night. Give him one here. But the Yellow Jackets have been fighting this thing all night. They've had shot after shot after shot, and they're just not shot well. Give credit to Pangburn. They've hung in there. They've come back here without Huggins scoring. They've been able to get the ball inside to Redmond and Phillips and scoring. So they've stayed in the game, and they've hit their free throws.
And let's see. Kylie Lasser's going to stay on the Yellow Jacket bench. No, she's going to come back out. So hopefully she's able to walk that one off, get a breather, and she's going to be okay. 3:16 remaining in the ball game. A 6-point lead. Yellow Jackets from the baseline. Out high to Alexa Buhar. Buhar, Lasser, McDonald, Standridge, and McJunkins. Back out near the midcourt circle. Clinton's going to pull it out a little bit. Tigers come out to defend.
I think they got a little space between Sydney and Lasser. That allows both defenders to be able to double team. Alexa got to watch if the count is on. Now she breaks it. If you're watching on TV, you got Sydney and Lasser about 3 or 4 feet apart. That allows those two defenders to be able to double team if it comes in there.
And there's the double team in front of the Yellow Jacket bench. And foul called on the Tigers on Kelsey Houston against Alexa Buhar. That should be, is that the 10th team foul on Pangburn?
Number 9.
The 9.
Yeah.
So 1-and-1 opportunity for Alexa Buhar.
Alexa 0 for 1, missed the front end of a 1-and-1 just a few minutes ago. Needs to hit this one.
Alexa, she kind of helped win that district tournament championship, I believe, for Clinton at home with some smart senior play late in that one, handling the ball offensively, making free throws. She's going to have a chance in this one maybe. She hits her first 7-point lead. Her second just short off the rim. Rebound to Pangburn.
6 for 12 at the line for Clinton. And that's
McJunkins running down the floor with Brinley Huggins making contact. Katie McJunkins for the foul. So Pangburn, that's what you want there.
Yeah.
Time to stop the clock, send Brinley Huggins to the free throw line. 1-and-1.
Yeah, that foul was about 40 feet from the basket. You definitely don't want that one.
Huggins makes the first.
Huggins 5 for 5 at the line, all those in the second half. She's got 12 points.
And the second, 43-38. Pressure in the backcourt by Pangburn. They get it into Reese McDonald. Ware is there. Up the floor, ball gets knocked loose. Scramble for it, tied up. Alternate possession to Pangburn. Kelsey Houston, Brinley Huggins, and Kaylee Ware for the Tigers, disrupting that. 3
defenders in the backcourt. Got to look to throw over the top of that, and then you're going to have probably a 4-on-2 going the other way.
Kinley Keith returns to the ball game. She'll defend against McKee. McJunkins on Huggins, and Katie reaches in to try to knock the ball away. Whistled for the foul. Brinley Huggins back to the free throw line.
Huggins 6 for 6 at the line. Another foul where Huggins is not threatening to score at that point.
Miss the front end of the 1-and-1, but she's going to chase down the rebound. Dumps it inside to Phillips. Her shot won't go. Phillips gets it back. Off the glass, misses. Gets a rebound, but she's going to go over the top of Kylie Lasser. Be whistled for the foul. Lasser to the free throw line. And Phillips, is that going to be her 5th
foul? Number 5 on Phillips. And we talked about a game of inches. She had a point-blank shot and missed it. And she makes it so that foul never occurs. Then she goes over the back for the rebound. And sports are a crazy thing sometimes. She could have asked for a more wide-open shot, and she comes out with her 5th foul and Lasser to the line. She's going to get to shoot 2 here. Jackets are 6 of 12 at the line.
She'll get the first, 44-38.
Now, Kylie's 3 for 3 tonight. She shot them well.
And the second, 45-38. 2:05.
Defensive stop without fouling here.
Huggins, McJunkins. McDonald comes up to help. They get into the corner. McKee's shot up. Excuse me, that's Kelsey Houston. Now we're going the other way. McJunkins on the left side. And Huggins goes for the block. Instead, she's whistled for a foul. Katie McJunkins, 2 free throws upcoming.
Good job by Katie to force the issue. Huggins had to foul to stop the layup. That's her third. And Katie goes to the line, one of our best free throw shooters. She's got 3 points on the night.
Where she gets the first. (46-38). Misses the second. Short. Long rebound. Recovered by Ware and the Tigers. They get it to Huggins. 1:45. On the dribble. Right, left, spins, gets inside. Left hand off the glass. Good. 46-40. They steal on the press. Foul called on Kylie Laster. And Ware will go to the free throw line.
They scored, and our two guards got out like we normally do and try to race down the floor and answer. But Penguin had a press on, so our two guards were out of position there. And interior players had to handle the basketball in the backcourt.
And 2 free throws for Kaylee Ware. She gets the first. She'll have a second. And for a moment there, you thought Clinton might be pulling away. The clock might be getting short, but now Penguin's trailing by 5. They can make it 4 here. Alexa Buher checks back into the ballgame. Kinley Keith out. And Ware gets the second, 46-42.
Penguin continues to hang on by hitting free throws. 4 defenders in the backcourt.
McDonald on the right side. Up the floor, they'll get it across to Sydney Standridge. Now back to Buher.
Good job. Use the pass against the press that time instead of the dribble.
Tigers giving chase. Junkins with it. Minute 15. McDonald. Buher. McJunkins near midcourt. Foul called on Kaylee Houston. Stop the clock with a minute 10. Katie McJunkins to the free throw line.
Good job. Katie 1 for 2 at the line. She gets 2 here.
She gets the first, 47-42.
Jackets will take a 30-second timeout. We'll have another free throw when we come back.
Let's go ahead and take a quick break. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
Wherever the river flows and however the game goes. The River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back. The professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price. Whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive, the team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River, formerly S&P Insurance.
You know, life here wouldn't be the same without a sense of community. This is a wonderful place to live. The home of the Chuck Wagon Races, Greers Ferry Lake, and of course, Joe Lee Chevrolet. You know, Joe Lee Chevrolet is famous for fairness, honesty, and square dealing. Now for 4 generations. Sure, you can buy a new Chevrolet car, truck, any other place, but this isn't anywhere. This is home. They invite you to come on down to Joe Lee Chevrolet, where they have large rebates and incentives plus low interest rates. Joe Lee Chevrolet, Highway 65 South in Clinton.
Pressure in the backcourt. Almost got away. Up near. Knocked away again by the Tigers. It goes out of bounds, and Clinton will have it.
Got to get Buher back in the game. The extra ball handler against the press. This is what I call extreme pressure press because you got 4 defenders on one end of the floor. You got to throw it over the top if you can. You're going to have something big at the other end. You can't dribble through it.
There's the steal. Huggins comes away with it. Back to Ware. She's going to get in the lane. It's knocked away from behind. Macaulay Laster over to McJunkins. 38 seconds.
That might be the play of the game right there.
Across the midcourt to Buher. Reach-in foul by Kelsey Houston.
That might be the play of the game. Penguin gets the steal. They're down 4. They're fixing to put up about a 12-foot jumper, and Lassiter pokes it away from behind.
Stops the clock with 33 seconds. Where Buher hits the first. Alex at the line. The second one in the air. Misses. I don't know. It didn't hit the rim. If the free throw does not hit the rim, stop. It's a stop play, and it goes to the other team. So Pangburn will have it with 32 seconds remaining. A 5-point lead by the Yellow Jackets.
Defense without fouling here.
Huggins quickly across midcourt on the dribble. McJunkins defending. She'll get in the lane, put it up with the right hand, won't go. McJunkins wrestles it away on the rebound, and she's fouled. Katie McJunkins to the free throw line.
Yeah, she wrestled that away. That's a weight room rebound right there. She ripped it away from Rivers McKee, and Lassiter does it all. She helped McKee up off the floor.
Oh, Katie had knee surgery last summer. She's wearing a knee brace now. Has she been wearing that all night, or she just put that on? I can't remember. Looking familiar throughout the entirety of the game, but it may be. She misses the first. She'll have a second. Kinley Keith in. Alexa Buhar out. 23.9, 5-point lead. Second free throw for McJunkins coming up. And she gets it to drop through. 6-point lead, 23.9. Into the hands of Huggins. Down the floor, into the lane, to the left hand, floats it up. Won't go. Rebound, Kinley Keith. No, it's Sydney Standridge. Foul called on Pangburn. And now the clock may be the biggest advantage that Clinton has in this one. A 6-point lead, only 14.6 ticks remaining, and Sydney Standridge is going to the free throw line. The fans are on their feet.
Needs at least one of these two. That'll make it 3 possessions, and that will probably lock it up here. Hadn't been pretty, but we'll take a victory any way we can get it.
There it is. The first one's in.
Sydney 5 points on the night.
And there's a grin on the face of Coach Matthew Post on that Yellow Jacket sideline.
You know, I saw something on Facebook yesterday. I think it was hashtag Post for President.
Second by Standridge is in. And we're down to the final 14 seconds. Here we go. Into the corner. 3-point shot by Pangburn. Won't go. Rebound. Put back by McKee. And the timeout by Coach Christy Rowland, 52-46, but we're down to 5.3 seconds remaining.
Rivers McKee with the basket for Pangburn. Her first basket of the second half. She's got 7. I don't know if we mentioned it maybe earlier in the year. She's a great story. She had a severe knee injury in the 10th grade. So severe the doctors told her that she might not play again. Missed her junior year and then rehabbed her way all the way back and was able to play again early this year. So Rivers McKee, and she's a great story of perseverance for Pangburn to come back from that substantial knee injury. But the Yellow Jackets, 6-point lead. Got to just get the ball inbounds and wait for the foul. But the Yellow Jackets looks like they're going to win this one and win the regional championship and head to Harrison next week to the state tournament. Well, this week because of the weather. It'll start on Thursday. A victory here by the Yellow Jackets, and they will open the tournament Thursday at 1 o'clock against the Danville Lady Littlejohns. I'm sure I'll probably missay that several times before that game's over. But here we go.
Clinton will inbound against the Tiger press. They get to Reese quickly back to Standridge. And the foul on Huggins to stop the clock with 2.7. And a chance maybe for final points here for the Yellow Jackets. Standridge at the line.
Give Coach Christy Rowland a lot of credit. She kept her Tigers. She got them this far. They finished 5th in the regular season, and she stunned Rosebud in the district tournament to get here, and then she stunned Manila, the number 1 team on the other side of the bracket, and then beat Mountain View to get here. So she did a good work, her Lady Tigers. And she kept this game tight for a long time.
Standridge misses the first, makes the second, 53-46. Here we go. That'll do it. Clinton wins the regional championship from Rosebud, and they're moving on as the number 1 seed to the Class 3A State Girls Basketball Tournament. Look at that Yellow Jacket huddle with Coach Matthew Post, Tammy Johnson, the cheerleaders as well. They'll shake hands at midcourt with the Penguin Tigers. Look to circle up for a post-game prayer. But another championship for this 2021-22 Clinton Lady Yellow Jacket basketball team.
Had to go along with their conference co-championship, district championship, Bauxite, and North Arkansas Community College tournament championships. You can add regional tournament champions to the Yellow Jackets resume.
There's the post-game prayer if you're watching the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel or the Facebook page. And look at this crowd, the student section just below us, most of the Clinton fans, but there's a lot of Clinton fans across the way in the view of the camera tonight for the trophy
Athletic
presentation.
Director here at Rosebud, Scotty Starkey, will present the trophies. He's the head football coach and athletic director here at Rosebud.
Loud in here, but you may not be able to pick up the public address speaker over our microphones. But there's the runner-up trophy to the Tigers. They'll also go to the state tournament this week. They'll take on Boonville this week as the number 2 seed from the
It'll
conference.
be 4 o'clock Saturday, I believe.
Boonville, they're going to be a number 1.
No, Boonville got beat.
Did they get beat? And the champions, the Lady Yellow Jackets.
Lady Jackets will open the tournament Thursday at 1 o'clock against Danville.
And here come the pictures of the champions. Look at that. So it'll huddle up.
Hey, and you can see all those pictures in the Van Buren County Democrat next week.
Look for that. There they go. Sarah Hutchins says that's a good one. And they'll race over to the student section. A big student section here tonight. I think the Booster Club had a part in that. Paid for the kids' bus ticket to come over tonight to watch this one. Hey, they may have to take some kids to Harrison a time or two or more this coming week. But a big student section will celebrate this one. Well, hey, let's step away for a few moments. Catch your breath. We'll tally up some final numbers, and when we return, we'll name the first Arkansas Bank and Trust player of the game. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
The all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Clinton is gearing up for football season. Yep, we've got a huge lineup of Rams that are sure to fit all of your tailgating needs. So put on that lucky jersey and score huge savings during the summer clearance event. Can't wait to see you at the all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Clinton and at cowboycdjr.com.
Life is better with basketball and with First Security. We have the resources and the know-how to assist with your needs, plus a local team you can count on. So you're making better plays because First Security is making better happen during this season and every season. What's your better? Get there with us. Stop by your local First Security Banking Center or visit us online at fsbank.com today. First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Wherever the river flows and however the game goes. The River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back. The professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price, whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive. The team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River, formerly S&P Insurance.
Steve Good at Goods Cash Savers says you can learn a lot about life by playing sports. You may never be the biggest or the fastest, but you can always try to be the very best and give 100%. And that's what they do every day at Goods Cash Saver. Even though they don't have the biggest building, they try to have every item that you might need in groceries. They also overachieve every day in their meat department. So when you're looking for a place to shop, give Goods Cash Saver a try. A supermarket that cares about you and your community and says, go Yellow Jackets.
The all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Raymond Clinton is gearing up for football season. Yep, we've got a huge lineup of Rams that are sure to fit all of your tailgating needs. So put on that lucky jersey and score huge savings during the summer clearance event. Can't wait to see you at the all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Raymond Clinton and at cowboycdjr.com.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in North Central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
You know, life here wouldn't be the same without a sense of community. This is a wonderful place to live. The home of the Chuck Wagon Races, Greers Ferry Lake, and of course, Joe Lee Chevrolet. You know, Joe Lee Chevrolet is famous for fairness, honesty, and square dealing. Now for 4 generations. Sure, you can buy a new Chevrolet car, truck, any other place, but this isn't anywhere. This is home. They invite you to come on down to Joe Lee Chevrolet, where they have large rebates and incentives plus low interest rates. Joe Lee Chevrolet, Highway 65 South in Clinton.
Maybe I'm just a second, or have him the headset just a second. Then we'll get. Clinton fans filling the gymnasium tonight. They're making their way to their feet around the arena. The girls aren't out yet, or Coach Post. I don't know if we'll get a chance to visit with them tonight, but a lot of folks made the trip over to Rosebud tonight. One of those guys, and I'm already thinking about later in the week, Phillip Jones is here tonight. We've been talking about the Booster Club. They were a big part of this week, and helping take care of the girls, sponsor some things. I think they sponsored the fan bus for this big student section to come over tonight. I hope we hadn't ran out of gas yet with the Booster Club because we're going to Harrison, and can we take it there?
We can take it there as long as we get out of school early. If Tim Smith can make it happen, we'll make it happen. But, hey, greatest fans instead of Arkansas, Clinton, Arkansas right here.
How about that? That fantastic atmosphere last night and then this winter tonight. There may have been even more people here tonight from Clinton. And what a fun atmosphere and it's been.
Oh, great times, and it brings tears to my eyes because I asked my colleague the last time Clinton senior girls won a regional championship. We don't know.
I don't think the state tournament team did. I think they lost.
That's right, That's right, state tournament team back in '82 were runner-up and then won the finals. Yeah. So I think this is the first time we've ever won a regional championship.
They are hard to come by. We'll tell Coach Post that again tonight when we go off. But congratulations. Thanks for all the Booster Club did this week in this atmosphere. And, again, a short drive to Harrison, about an hour away. So we can do it again, hopefully, for a
You bet. Hey, we got the greatest superintendent state of Arkansas right here. He'll make it happen. We'll get out of school early Thursday at the right superintendent talk.
Jay Chalk
there we go. He
here.
says yes.
Thursday. Well, thanks, Phillip.
You bet. Thank you.
My colleagues tallying up the numbers here in this ball game tonight. Again, it wasn't necessarily a pretty game. I don't know if either team kind of scripted it this way. Maybe it's the end of a 3-day run for these teams and get to the finals, but a win nonetheless for the Yellow Jackets. We'll break it down here with some numbers for you.
Yeah, a lot of numbers to count here. I was trying to count up those free throw numbers. Yellow Jackets finished 17 of 26 at the free throw line. They win by a score of, I think it was 53-46. What did Jeff? They got the scoreboard off pretty quick there. But the Jackets win by 7. Let me count up Penguin's free throws. They really shot them well. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. And Penguin hit 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of 15. That's how the Tigers stayed in the game. Let's look at the scoring.
Or stand up,
four. Scoring for Penguin tonight. Yeah, scoring for Penguin tonight. Miranda Redmond off the bench. She had 4 points. Kelsey Houston scored 2 points to start the game, 2 points in the fourth quarter. She finished with 4. Haley Phillips, 12 points on the night, had 8 of those in the second half. Rivers McKee had 4 points. Oh, no, check that. She had 2, 4, 6, 7 points on the night. And the senior, the Henderson State future player, Brinley Huggins, had 17 points on the night. For the Yellow Jackets, Alexa Buher had 6 points. Erica Sykes, good work in the first half especially, had 4 points. Katie McJunkins with 7 points. Sydney Standridge with 8. Reese McDonald with 13 tonight. She had 6 in the first half, 7 in the second half. She had 2 3-point baskets, and the Yellow Jackets had 3 tonight. Katie McJunkins had the third one. And the leading scorer again tonight for the Yellow Jackets, Kylie Lassiter, 16 points. Last night she had 4 in the first half, finished with 21. Tonight she had 4 in the first half, finished with 16. And the Yellow Jackets went 17 of 26 at the free throw line. Got to keep improving on that. Penguin 13 of 15. That's what kept them in the ball game. Penguin led 10-8 at the end of the first quarter. The Jackets tied it at 20 at the half. Penguin shot 2 free throws to start the third quarter, went ahead 22-20. Then Clinton scored 7 straight. Got into the fourth quarter with a 34-30 lead, and they win this one 53-46. Jeff Hall, the Yellow Jackets are now 29-4 on the season, a chance to win number 30 on Thursday, and they've now won 14 games in a row and 25 out of their last 27 ball games. Penguin falls to 23-13, and they had won 7 of 8 coming in tonight before the Yellow Jackets win this one by a score of 53-46. But 29 victories now for Coach Matthew Post and his Lady Yellow Jackets.
And time for the first Arkansas Bank and Trust Player of the Game. Again, we appreciate their title sponsorship again this season. Stop by their branch in the Northside Shopping Center across from Goods Cash Saver, Radio Shack, and the Pizza Hut. Tell them you enjoy listening to Yellow Jacket basketball on this state championship run and see what they can do for you. Banking services, financial products. Take good care of you at First Arkansas Bank and Trust. How about tonight, Kylie Laster? Comes up big on the scoreboard, comes up big in the lane. She's tall, she's strong. All season long, you've looked at Kylie Laster of leading this team in a lot of ways, and she does it here tonight at the end, avoids the fouls tonight, and really comes up big.
Ends up with 16. She's the Yellow Jackets' leading scorer. On a night when the Yellow Jackets didn't shoot free throws very well, she was 4 for 4. And what may have been the biggest game of the night, play of the night, Penguin down by 4, steals the basketball with a little over a minute to play, fixing to pull up and shoot about a 15-footer, and Laster reaches in, pokes it away, and the Yellow Jackets have it head to the other end and end up scoring on the other end, and that pretty much ended the ball game. And so, but Kylie Lassiter, so athletic. She had a shot in that first half where she was pretty much under the net, had to lean back and score. Had a play in the first half on defense where she was almost being pulled down, rebounded with one hand and went back up and scored. And so every night we see stuff that Kylie Laster does that you don't see very often from a girl basketball player. And she did a great job for our First Arkansas Bank and Trust Player of the Game. We might want to mention we got off the air last night before naming Kylie Laster, Reese McDonald, and Katie McJunkins as our First Arkansas Bank and Trust Players of the Game last night. Sarah Hutchins and the social media crew at Clinton High School got a good post up for us to get that word out. But want to mention also Reese, Katie, and Kylie last night. Also First Arkansas Bank and Trust Players of the Game.
A championship to celebrate. It'll carry the girls home. But, it's a short turnaround. Less than 48 hours, we're going to be in Harrison for state tournament basketball. That's opening day. Matter of fact, is that the opening game of the girls and boys slate? Clinton's going to play the first one, 1 o'clock Thursday. Again, a short turnaround. I was thinking earlier today, I think the preseason basketball guide in the Arkansas Democrat Gazette, I think they featured the Clinton Lady Yellow Jackets as one of the top 5 teams in Class 3A. Well, if you look at who's coming out of the regions as the number 1 seed, Clinton's one of those top 4. They finished where everyone thought they would started. We can set the stage a little bit. I don't know about the other classifications. I think Class 3A is going to have some really good girls basketball teams at Harrison, some teams with some really good records. There's going to be some stiff competition if the Yellow Jackets can make it through to the end. We can talk about that as in the coming days when we get there. So there's going to be a lot of good basketball, but it's all going to get started in less than 48 hours.
Yeah, and everybody talk all year long is about Bergman, but there's, as you said, a lot of good basketball teams in 3A from, of course, Clinton, this Payneburn team. You got Boonville. You got Little Rock Episcopal. They say Drew Central in South Arkansas is good. Dumas, who we saw in the state tournament last year at Clinton. We may see them in the second round if the Yellow Jackets are fortunate enough to get past Danville on Thursday afternoon at 1 o'clock. So a lot of great basketball teams.
How about
will be heading to Harrison?
How about the teams that have been in, 2 of the last 3 state championships in Class 3, Mountain View and Valley Springs? They got to play each other in the opening round. Somebody's got to go home on day 1 between those two, but think of the tradition between those 2 squads.
Yeah, there's no secrets between those 2 teams. They've seen each other a lot over the years. Now, one advantage Clinton may have, we won the tournament up at North Ark during the Christmas break. We played on that floor 3 times this year. We played on it once last year. So the Yellow Jackets are used to the floor there at North Ark. So if there's any advantage, maybe we played there before. And it's also a fairly short trip. A lot of our fans can get to Harrison on Thursday.
Take an hour to get up to North Arkansas Community College. That's on the southern side of Harrison when you're coming in to the first intersection, the old 65 that takes you downtown. Think of it as the Dairy Queen exit. Right there's at North Ark in the gymnasium. You can pull in.
Super Casey's.
That's right. That's right. Now,
if you see the big Casey sign, you know you're there.
And if folks want to attend that in person, I think that will be a ticketless. You're going to have to get your tickets online, like the regional basketball tournament. Folks can either figure that out and go online, or they may have someone to help you there, like they have here at the region, where you can walk up and they'll help you process that at the site.
Yeah, we'll get you in some way. If you can't, call the school and we'll put a kid on that, get those tickets. And trying to run down maybe some players here for an interview, but
come here. Come here before we go off the air.
I think she's giving you the cut sign, but come
here and talk to us a minute, Kinley Keith.
Okay.
Number 30, congratulations on your regional tournament championship tonight.
Thank you.
Tell us about the team and the locker room and what you think about the win.
It was exciting, really. Like the way that we work together, and we're such a good team. We believe in each other. We have each other's backs. It's nice.
How much fun tonight, and that game last night. I can see how excited you all were at the end of that one and that big win over Hoxie. And great tonight to get the win and the number 1 seed going on to Harrison this week.
Yeah, it's really exciting, and I'm so glad that everybody got to come out and watch it. And the atmosphere was great. It was exciting.
So many people in the stands here tonight.
It was. There's so many.
And not just your family. A lot of them you're related to.
Yeah.
So
quite a few.
Lots of folks here. I'm sure they'll all be going to Harrison this week as well.
Most of them, for sure.
That's right. That's Kinley Keith. That's the daughter of William Keith and Brooke O. And your grandparents are here. Jimbo's there and Patty. So they're enjoying the basketball game as well. So I know you get to celebrate tonight, but it's Thursday. We're going to play basketball again, so it's not long to get ready for that next game.
Nope. Tomorrow we're going to get right back to work, so do what we got to do.
That's right. Well, good job. You played some good competition this week. We always talk about you. You always get to guard the other team's best player. Yeah. We saw some good ones here from the other teams tonight. So
we did. It was a challenge, but we always handle it really well. So.
Yeah. Well, good job. Congratulations. Go enjoy it.
Thank you so much.
And that's Kinley Keith. Thanks for joining us. Well, let's wind it down and get ready for Thursday.
Yeah, let's take a break. Even with the the game's being pushed back because of the ice and snow. It was almost kind of a fatigue deal, just getting nervous, getting ready for those games. We didn't start till Saturday, supposed to start on Wednesday, so we're always kind of tired and edgy, and then we have 4 straight days over here, and the Lady Yellow Jackets respond, come through, and get the victory, and then we take a little break. We got to get back at it.
And now I looked at the state bracket yesterday. I did not look today, so I may say this wrong, but if we were to look ahead, and if the Yellow Jackets get the win on Friday, I think they're going to come back on Saturday.
Saturday night, 7 o'clock.
And then possibly Sunday. Are they going to?
I think it goes to Monday semifinals.
Okay.
Yeah, if the Yellow Jackets could win Thursday, man, we could pack the house on a Saturday night at 7 in Harrison. And but let's take it one step at a time, as they say. You can't overlook an opponent. We're down to the final 16 teams. There's no slouches now here in the final 16, but we'll take on number 4 seeded Danville on Thursday at 1 o'clock. So win that one, though, you get a day off, and then come back, you get to play Saturday night, and that'd be really fun to play Saturday night in the state tournament.
Hey, that'll do it. Come on out and join us. We'll be there. Hope to see you in person if you can.
Yeah, for Jeff Hall, for Billy Smallwood here, we thank him for coming over from Heber to help out. Heber and Clinton working together, folks. You can't beat that. For Kelsey Robertson, sometimes Ron Robertson back in the station. And for the man, the legend, Sid King, I'm Mike Hawley. Thanks for your time this time. Until next time, so long.